Diddy was messing with all ages.
Yeah, but they knew what
Those
they was
folks
getting
was
into.
old enough and they knew what was
They
going on.
knew what they was getting into.
You,
You
don't think the parents knew about R. Kelly?
But you can't just throw the parents up in there because look, think
The
about
parents
this.
didn't know what was going on.
But this how I look at that. So let's say you have a kid, right? I ain't gonna throw. It's just hypothetical. They be a rap artist, and let's say you got a son that's a rapper, and let's say he's 16, Carter B in town, he's a rapper. She be like, "Hey, invite your son to the studio. Maybe we record something." You gonna look at it like, "Oh, this is a huge opportunity. He finna be with Carter B. He'll be making a song or whatever. It's a lot of time with him, but you ain't gonna ever think, oh, she gonna be having sex with my son or something like that. Why is it not?
Gender. That it changes that completely. Because if it's your son, you're like, oh snap. No matter what scenario it is, it's not nearly as
okay.
bad.
But look, if you got a daughter and your daughter's a singer, your daughter's a singer and she's in the studio and she's invited to the studio with a well-established artist, you're gonna look at it like this is the amazing opportunity. You ain't gonna think this artist is trying to have sex with my daughter. You're gonna just look at it, okay, she going to the studio, they making music.
I'm gonna ask, can I come to the studio?
Exactly, yeah.
Ask. But I'm saying, we probably would, but all parents don't ask. All parents, I mean, some parents might be like, hey, look.
But the parents gave him consent.
Parental supervision is a thing. If you're not gonna supervise your kid, it's on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's on the parents, right?
It's on the parents.
But R. Kelly is still worse because he was willingly knowing these kids was 16, 15 years old, and in his head, I'm gonna be like, man, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that one.
He probably only had about 4 victims.
Yeah, Alan, but he peeing on
4 or
folks,
5
man.
victims. She ain't move out the way.
What if he ain't drink enough water? You know how much pee stink?
Let me tell you how
Diddy
bad
probably
this is. Al. In that documentary, they were saying this man was sitting outside, going to high schools, purposely.
He had a young
preying on young girls. Like
he was getting out of
hand.
hand.
30 years old. I'm gonna drive to high school see if I can pick up one of these.
It's completely different. It's a celebrity.
That's not different.
He's still a human. What are you talking about?
He's still a young fan base.
No.
So
no, he's not no young fan
still
base.
10, 15 plus older.
Only thing, Diddy went to jail for being a freak with folks that can consent to do this.
No, Diddy had other charges. We went over this. Diddy had other charges. What was the charges again? What were the charges?
The charges was only was only battery. I mean, it was only trafficking and racketeering.
He had a lot.
It was only 2 of them. But they knew.
But they knew what they were doing.
You wake up and you was just at a party vibing.
Oh, okay.
And you fall asleep.
All right.
And you wake up and there's another man behind you.
Okay. Like already behind you as you waking up, or you talking about like
he already behind you, oiled up like he put in some work. Or
so you telling me you gonna sit there and let that happen? You're not gonna get up?
You woke? No, he already did his thing. You were asleep when he did it.
Oh, that's
no, hold on.
You don't know that.
But I didn't know that.
But that's bad. But
that's what he
was
doing.
Folks, bro, when you stand that late at a Diddy party,
it's a late party,
and you taking drugs, you are consenting to these drugs.
Yeah, you don't think Diddy's on that timing. You don't think he's on that.
If
timing.
you walk up in LA and you see the man watching gay porn or something like that, you know he on that friendly
but
stuff.
you don't know he.
Why you over there?
You don't know he doing that without consent.
People already knew what time it was when they went to his parties. They already knew what type of person he was. They still went. They already knew. All them parties, I guarantee, behind the scenes, they knew it's been crazy. They already know. Now he just got caught.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's ain't that I'm saying.
R. Kelly similar situation.
No. R. Kelly was out there willingly messing with little kids,
probably told her friends
that had no consent.
Y'all, he was putting urine on someone's head.
In videos,
and they probably was like, "Bro, what is that?"
And they ain't say nothing. They ain't say nothing about it at the time.
The man got power.
Man, stop it, man.
Y'all know how much pee stink? Just imagine a man didn't pee. I mean didn't drink water that whole day.
If you drink a lot of water, don't stink.
That's just like the girls going to Dubai and getting shitted on.
Okay, but they grown women and they willingly wanting to do this. This is not a 16-year-old girl going over there doing that. 10-year-old girl going over there and do that.
Not expecting to get peed on.
R. Kelly probably only had about 4 or 5 victims. Compared to Diddy, probably had.
You was sitting down and letting Nick pee on you?
Exactly.
No, you gonna let Cardi B pee on you?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You gonna let Cardi B?
No, why would I do? But that's what I'm saying.
If he's a grown man,
he's spitting right now,
and they little girls, what you gonna do?
That's influence.
Why you at this brother's house?
Probably intimidate.
But Tay,
But I'm a grown man.
If you
I'm
was
saying
16, when you was 16, you would sit
But
there.
look,
and let Cardi B
But
Tay
I'm a
Tay.
boy though. No.
That's what I'm saying. We men and on a different side of that, it might be an intimidation factor. Look, little girl, 16 years old, up in the room with 4 other niggas and R. Kelly with his
Okay,
security
so
guard.
when
I
you
don't
go
care how
home,
schedule
when
is,
you go home, you
dodging
ain't gonna
that
tell
pee.
nobody.
You
ain't gonna
dodging
tell your
that
mama?
pee.
See, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
free now.
Yeah,
You went
yeah.
home.
I
You ain't
am-
gonna tell your
I
mama.
am.
But
Valid.
are you
But
gonna
it was
dodge that
cases
pee?
where
It
it
does not
wasn't
matter
that.
how schedule. You dodging the pee, bro. You're gonna
Yeah,
move out
but
the way a little
he
bit.
was probably did some influence to where like they
but-
couldn't
but
leave.
Amos, when
to
you
where they
went
couldn't
home,
leave.
when you
But
went
you
home, you ain't
dodging,
gonna
though.
say nothing.
But according to the law, man, if you under
I don't know if they
18,
did.
you
though,
can't
Tay.
automatically get
Huh?
that consent.
You
Oh,
saying you
okay,
ain't
yeah,
they ain't
that's
go
true.
home?